Mhm. So, okay, so I'll stuff to sign afterwards. Okay. Yeah, with my mom. Yeah, the only my mom loves that.
Well, like,
Which is so weird because she's
just
still.
the recording in progress.
I can't wait to taste it. I know.
I reset it.
Okay.
It was paused.
I did pause it. Okay, so let's call the meeting to order. 6:02, 3. Are there additions or deletions to the agenda?
We have an update on the. I think we did, on the. Hey,
The crosswalk?
crosswalk.
That's not on there. You want to put it on?
If we have time, I'd like to talk about it. Here.
Yeah, okay.
Crosswalk? Yeah, there's
Okay,
time.
let's add it.
And the item that's on here for the appointment to the Danby Youth Commission, she couldn't come tonight. If we're okay doing it without her being here, we can leave it on. If we'd rather wait, she could come at another time. She just had a conflict.
Yeah, I know. We can talk about it. but-
Okay. The basketball,
Um,
sports ball practice.
Yeah.
She's serving the youth in other ways.
Isn't
A
that
spot,
cool?
an empty spot on the Hillview Road landfill.
There is an empty spot. if Somebody wants to serve.
We should announce that, maybe.
Face look like how I felt.
It's been empty for a long time.
Yeah,
It was
I
in the
just
newsletter
noticed it.
as well.
What's that?
It was in the newsletter as well.
Oh, was it in the newsletter?
Yeah.
I ran into it on the county site. I didn't. Okay. So if it was in the newsletter, it's. I missed it.
Anything else to add?
Well, the supervisor's report and budget transfers. Did
Yeah, they're
did they get
there.
added?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. I mean, the line items there, that may or may not
There you
have
go.
got linked.
Okay.
It is linked now.
Is it linked?
Yes. Sorry. about
Where,
Okay, good. We're good otherwise?
yeah,
that.
All right, moving on to privilege of the floor. Is there anyone here for on Zoom land who would like to address the board on whatever you'd like to talk about? You're not, just address the board, not.
huh? Privilege of the floor thing.
Yeah, I suppose the board member couldn't do privilege.
Where else could I do it?
Announcements?
Oh. Okay,
Irene's got it.
all right.
Irene has her hand up. Hello, Irene.
Yeah, hi, so I'm not sure where.
It could be
You're
done
on
under
here.
6.1.
Reports.
I believe it's 6:30, but the airline has said.
Okay, well, that's pretty close to
Yeah, it'll,
up high on the agenda.
Okay, great, thanks.
Any, anybody else? Oh, Rhonda. Yeah, you're muted, Rhonda.
I'm trying to, sorry, I had trouble getting into the meeting. And let me put my hand down. I have a couple of things I want to say, and I've just forgotten all of them.
That's okay.
One of the, yeah, I know. One of the things that I wanted to say was that I don't know if this is a male thing and I'm being kind of sexist or what, but I seem to get the feeling that that men, when they have a great idea, they run out and do it. And this is, let's use Steve Seelan as an example with his stuff. And then Zach ran out and wanted to do a skate barn. And now we have Kartik who wants to have music. And I don't remember any of these I don't remember Steve contacting his neighbors first. I don't remember Zach. In fact, I said to Zach, did you talk to the neighbors about this? And then I talked to, and then we have Kartik, and has he talked to the neighbors? He's gone out and gotten a grant, but has he talked to the neighbors? And I think that's very important before you initiate any project that and get a grant for it, that you actually contact the neighbors to see if they would be in favor of that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that I'm very much in favor of the Walding property becoming part of the biodiversity preserve. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Um,
No. Okay, correspondence. There is none that I'm aware of. Is there
I've not received anything.
any announcements?
Oh.
You have one?
There was a recent article in Ithaca Voice about the website.
Yes.
And the article didn't recognize, Danby's first webmaster, Larry Parlett, who did it at no cost to the town as a community service for years, actually. And, the fault is that they only talked to one person who didn't have that information. So, but I want to, I think we need to I want to belatedly recognize that Larry was the original town webmaster. And when a new webmaster was hired, he graciously ceded the old website to the new.
Yeah. And I think this is an interesting piece of history, and we have to figure out some way of recording it and
Yeah.
archiving it so it's
Yeah.
not lost forever.
Yeah, not everybody had that information.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Maybe a picture of him on the wall with all the past town board members.
Well,
The first webmaster.
If I may,
Did you plug in?
yes, yeah, all
Okay.
good. If I may, actually, I've taken Marianne and I have talked about how best to memorialize the past websites of Danby, actually. I'm very interested in the historian side of things, and so that's something that her and I have talked about, and I introduced her to the Wayback Machine, which I think might be a really wonderful
cool.
way to be able to, put together. I essentially called it a fourth grade presentation of the history of websites in Danby. It's a small sort of thing, but it's a good way to,
Cool.
keep track of things.
Yeah, excellent. County legislator, Irene Wisen. Yeah, you have to give it within range of the microphone.
All right. Well, hi, everyone. It's nice to be here and to see you. So yeah, I'm the new legislator. Things are just cranking up at the county. So our first meeting was attended by, probably at least 100 people. It was packed. To talk about the nurses unionizing.
Mhm.
And it was an incredibly powerful, inspiring meeting. And we had a resolution on our agenda, actually the only action really we were taking for the day, to support the nurses in their efforts to unionize. And I just heard today that it passed unanimously by the legislature. And I just heard this afternoon that it passed with like 82% of the nurses voting in favor. So it's fabulous. We're really pleased and excited for them. So that was good news. Shauna Black was elected as the chair of the legislature, Deborah Dawson as the vice chair. I suspect you probably know there's 8 new members, 8 returning members. So it's a lot of learning curves for a lot of us. I last night received my committee assignments, so I will be chairing the Planning, Energy and Environment Committee, which is a good fit, I
An
think.
important committee.
Yeah, it's an important committee, and I think that I've been doing environmental work for a lot of years, so it's something that I'm familiar with, comfortable with, worked with the planning department on energy issues for years. So that's nice. And then I've also been appointed as a member to the Budget, Capital, and Personnel Committee. to the Public Safety Committee, which I'm actually really also interested in and excited about it. Joel probably knows, I don't know if you guys do, that years ago when I was on town board and on TCOG, I initiated the county's first evaluation of the emergency medical services gap. And it's been moving along for a lot of years, and we now have the rapid medical service here and in Caroline, and I think in Lansing as well. But you know, there's still an effort to provide more service throughout the county, and so that's an important committee for that work. The other stuff that I'm interested in also fits under public safety in kind of a different way. Still related to emergency services, sort of. And it has to do with the extreme weather events that we have and our preparedness as individuals, as communities, and as a county to respond to extreme heat, extreme cold, prolonged power outages, floods, droughts, smoke, wildfire. I mean, wind. Yeah, I mean, all of it, and how we are able to weather those storms, if you will. It's really, it's a significant issue, and there are some committees that have already started working on it. I know here in Danby, there's a terrific group doing resiliency planning and work, and the resiliency fair was fabulous. And there's little pockets in Caroline and elsewhere in the county, and the county is coordinating a group that is working on this as well. So it's starting to percolate up as a priority, and I'm really happy to be able to be part of that committee and that initiative. And let's see what else. Yeah, so and then the last committee that I'm on is workforce diversity and inclusion, which also feels like a good fit and an important issue to be continuing to advance.
Also sounds like a lot of work when you put it all together.
Yeah, well, you know, it's okay. It's good work, and it's better. I'm happier doing work than just wringing my hands at what's happening. So it's good. I'm glad for it. I continue to be involved in the NYSEG rate case efforts to bring them under control. I actually just got an email. I imagine it will get sent out more broadly. But I just got an email from our chair, Shauna Black, saying that the state has started a new program called the Expanded Energy Affordability Program that's now open for enrollment. It provides monthly discounts on electric and gas bills for moderate income households who earn too much to qualify for the traditional HEAP assistance. And so the threshold for that is, for this new program, is a family of four, $133,610. So I imagine that's, you know, going to be a help to a lot of people. So that's good news. And this was sent out to legislators and to our director of communications at the county. I imagine that there's going to be a release tomorrow that gives more detail. So I'll forward that to you guys. I'll let you know too, there was, you know, the agenda for the county meeting coming up has a really fabulous overview of what the county departments did over the past year. So if you want, I can forward the agenda to you. It's, you know, all of them are posted online. I can send you the link to the county's meeting portal.
Katrina routinely copies it to me.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Including all the committee meetings too.
Oh, good.
And
Okay.
I do look at them.
Good. All right. Well, so, you know, if you want to send it out, if folks want it, it's just a fabulous overview. It's like a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
But it shows, I think, 26 of our 30 odd departments and what they've done in the past year. It's quite impressive. And, you know, I know a lot of people go, what does our county even do? I know that was a question when, you know, when I was going door to door, and it's really quite something to see. And what else? The upcoming meeting.
Well, there's one other thing which you haven't mentioned it yet, but
Yeah, well, I haven't, because I wanted to give you the news and information first.
Okay.
Is that at the upcoming meeting, There's a resolution regarding the water withdrawal proposal for, well, it's under the name of Cayuga Operating Company, but it's at the site where the data center is proposed, and there's a resolution of, opposing that water withdrawal. So if you know of anybody who cares about that and wants to come and speak out, we could sure use voices on that issue.
Didn't
So-
they say they weren't gonna?
Yeah, oh yeah, they said they're not gonna use water, but, and as is explained in this resolution, they actually put in writing, I haven't seen the original letter, but they put in writing to the town that if the town gives them permission to operate, then they will surrender their water withdrawal permit. They're like, what kind of extortion is that? If you don't need it, don't apply for it. And, that's kind of a false pretense to go to the state for. So we're asking the state to really take a real look and hopefully do what's right. So those are the news and informations that I have of what's happening at the county. I don't know if there's any questions for me about what's going on.
The only thing that comes to mind, I was curious if you know anything about how the operation of the new shelter on Cherry Street has been going. It's been up for like maybe a month. I was
Yeah.
curious if they gave any kind of like, this is how it's going, these are the problems. Did they update?
From what I've heard, it's going very well, that the county is pleased with the Volunteers of America that's coordinating it, and that it's working very well. There was a meeting of the housing committee this week, maybe, so there's a video where I presume there's been more of a report on that. I did not review that video or attend that meeting.
A little news item on the radio about the participation rate being a little bit higher than last year. The number of people who are taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
Oh, using it.
Yeah, 40 something
Yeah.
average on average.
And, I'm sure that as people are feeling comfortable with the services, that will, continue to increase, and the location
If
is
it gets colder too.
very good for, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And as things get more expensive.
Mhm.
Yes.
oh, come on. So that's me. I'll tell you, I'm getting more spam and junk calls since I'm
Aha.
legislature. It's like, this is probably the 8th or 9th today. So the big issue for me, and I hope it's a concern for you guys as well, is that you rescheduled your meeting, which great, except you rescheduled it exactly at the same time as the county legislature meets. They meet on the first and third Tuesday, starting at 5:30. Yeah, so if you want to see me, and I would love to be able to be here and talk with you in person, then I'd like to ask if you can find at least one other,
Yeah.
one of your 2 meeting dates to switch. Caroline does have their meetings. They also changed. They used to be Wednesdays. They now switched to Thursdays. So their business meeting is also the second Thursday. If you're good with this, it works for me to come here for your first bit of time, and then I'd like to get over to theirs. I like to be at both for public comment because I think that's an important piece to hear. So, leaving here 6:30-ish to get over there by 7. So if that works for you, that would be wonderful for me. Otherwise, we can do first Thursday instead of second, or Wednesdays. First and third Mondays are not good for me. I've got another meeting then
Yeah, we moved away from Monday because of the recurring conflicts with federal
with
holidays.
all the holidays. Sure, that makes sense.
What if we kept it Tuesday and did second and fourth instead? Is there
Well-
some reason why that would?
Yeah, the second Tuesday is the CAC and the fourth is the BZA.
Yeah,
So we already loaded up on Tuesday. In fact, we bumped, with their consent, the planning board from the third Tuesday to the third Wednesday, so that we could free up, so we could be first and third with the town board. So we'd have to go later in the week, basically.
Well,
How about if-
we can talk about it.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I don't need an answer
Yes.
tonight. I need it to be on your radar, and hopefully by next month, you'll have an answer that works for me. So,
Or something.
so first and third Mondays, first and third Tuesdays don't work at all for me. First and third Thursday, it overlaps with Caroline, but there's, you know, a 1 hour
Yeah.
start time difference. You guys start at 6, they start at 7.
How about if it was the first Thursday, but the third Tuesday? Do you have the first?
Yeah,
first-
I'd come to your agenda meeting on the first Thursday, that's fine.
We don't do agenda business meetings.
Oh, you don't,
We
yours is
do
just
2 meetings.
2 meetings,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and the reason I might suggest that is because we get our newsletter together. And it's always tight getting it in, getting things written for it, you know, and if we move the meeting later in the week, it makes it more likely that we won't be able to get it together
It's
at
gonna mess with credit card payments though.
all.
Also, I have
Well-
prior commitments on Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, we'll have.
Well, I guess we'll have to talk about it, yeah.
Calendars,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
Okay.
we'll talk.
Okay.
All right.
In fact, we better put it on the agenda, or we won't remember to talk
Yeah.
about it. Thanks, Artie.
Yeah, no, thank you. You know, it's hard to get everybody's schedules lined up, so I appreciate
Yeah,
that you're having to rethink it. And we'll figure something out.
yeah.
Yeah. So Leslie, you got down, I know you are like the accessory minute taker. Well,
But,
he's the
yeah.
primary, you're the
Yeah.
accessory, but anyhow, I
He's
saw
our
you
shadow-
writing down,
shadow
so you
clerk.
got the dates, or I can send them by email to you, what doesn't
What
work.
works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I'll
if you
do
send that
that.
to Blake, yeah,
Okay,
great.
Right.
great.
Thank you.
That might
Yeah.
be a good place to start.
Yeah.
This is, I keep forgetting to bring my calendar with me when I come to
I
these
know.
meetings. All right,
All right,
Okey-doke.
thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
nothing from Keith. And Laura, you come back, yes, she did. Laura, are you on?
I am right here.
Anything from Highway?
Nothing really. We're just, it's just business as usual. Taking care of snow when it comes, making sure, things are taken care of. And I don't think that there's any big news or anything that, we need to come to the board for today.
Okay, great. Supervisor's report. We have the account analysis, which revealed that we had at least one line item that was over budget. So this account transfer that
Oh, right.
had to take place with it. And there is a resolution. The resolution needs a slight modification because it's not clear that it pertains to the 2025 budget as opposed to the 2026 budget.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we try to be clear about that.
2 or 26.
Hmm?
2 or 26.
This would be
No.
26,
26?
abstract
Oh,
26.
Abstract 26.
Abstract
Yes, so
26,
this is
right?
all for the
It's a
2025
2025 budget.
Yes.
Abstract 26, thanks. Okay.
So, if there's no question on the supervisor's report, the budget transfer needs to be made. Would you like to make a motion? Leslie?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we transfer $95 from supervisor contractual to the town board contractual. And that we transfer $5,766 from the unallocated insurance to the highway garage. And $3,063 from attorney contractual to the highway garage. Don't all second it at once.
I'll second it.
We
That was
got
my
it,
job.
we got it in front of you,
Well, I was gonna ask, is there a change, do we have to make a change to the resolution to indicate what you said, that this is about the 2025 budget?
That's what I was.
Well, it's abstract, yeah, it goes with the abstract.
So if it
26.
says abstract
So that-
26, that means
that-
2025.
that's what that
Okay,
means.
yeah, second it.
So,
Yeah, that's the other way to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Any discussion?
All right,
All right.
Connors.
yes.
Dillon.
Yes.
Larkins.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
Gagnon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Right, onto this blue though, this abstract.
Okay,
Do we get it straightened out or we have to work at it?
pretty much most of them except for one. I'll move the general fund, abstract. Well, we should do 26 first.
Mhm.
General fund abstract 26 vouchers, 521 through 539 for $2,853.06. There is, just so we don't lose it,
But the voucher numbers were.
there is a question about, voucher 532 that we need to look into whether or not something was billed twice.
Mhm.
But so we should remember to come back next meeting with information on that.
So that was which voucher, which?
532.
What vendor was that for?
It was the site ground. There was one bill, but it said ×2 on the bill. And it was on the credit card bill. So, it's been
Okay.
paid, so we need to make notes of whether or not we need to ask for a refund on that.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Thanks,
We'll report back at the next board meeting.
great, okey doke.
I also had a couple of questions. One was I think it's in, there's a UDIG bill that I think has 2 late fees. And I wanted to like ask about them or figure out what we have to do. That was after reading through the audit, I'm trying to like get a sense of what we're looking for. And I know taxes is one,
Yeah.
late fees is one, is trying to, eliminate those to the best that we can or avoid them. Do we know what, it's not actually clear, it says late positive response.
Well, Laura
Oh,
can,
Laura,
Laura
yeah.
can speak to that.
You know what happens through there? When this happens and we do have these fees, we need to talk to them a little bit further about this, but it's like one of those inevitable things. A lot of the projects that go on in the town, it's just, we would call up or we would be working with them to call in a dig safe. And if something happens in that transmission, that's where these $5 come up. And it's all in a timing with some of the stuff that they're doing. The way that they put that down there, like as a late fee or as a fee, but that is a good question. And it is something that we've wanted to talk further with them about because all of us municipalities are dealing with this right now. And
Is it
it's
more
all,
like, it sounds like
it's all in the
isn't it-
timing in making these reports, in making these transmissions from place to.
it sounds like it's like it's a rush fee that we needed them to come out more quickly. Is that what that means?
That is part of it. That's part of it in some of the things that they're looking at, and then what we're requiring for response from them. So we'll get some more further information for you on that. I know Keith can probably speak to that a little bit better than I can, and I know Jack's looked into this before too. But good question. We'll make it clear, and we'll put that down. We'll talk about it at the next meeting if that's okay.
Yeah.
And we'll send out some information about where we're going with that.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for asking. I've wondered
Yeah.
about that for some time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Like, I mean, there were-
That's
I just always assumed that some of it had to do with, you want to dig in your yard, and so you contact dig,
Right,
who then contacts, the town to determine whether or not there's a problem or where the
well,
lines are.
right,
If they
exactly.
know where the lines are,
Mostly the water
and that could
district.
take some time.
Right, right.
It
So-
takes some time. It's all in the communication process throughout that whole thing. And
Can't ask too far ahead, you have to be within, I forget what the
Yeah.
window is, but you
Yeah,
have
it's
to
a
wait till we're almost ready to do it before you ask them to
Yeah,
come out and mark it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So on another page, it's I don't know which, it's voucher 528 to 532 is how they put it here, but I think it's the credit card bill also has an $18 late payment fee. I just wanted to point it out and flag and maybe
Okay,
say
and
that we
I-
should continue working on what our process is to
Yep.
reduce those.
Mm-hmm.
As you see, there's a note on that. And the note on
Yes.
it is that I'm going to we're disputing that right now, that $18 late fee.
Okay.
They had something that was going on with their system. It was right around the holiday times. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I spent 3 days trying to sign on to their site to pay our credit card bill. And each time that I went up there to try to pay the credit card bill, it gave me a message that we couldn't get in. So of course that's gonna, and you have to make sure you make that payment at least 2 days before the due date. So we were making that payment on time, but we could not get through their system. So that's why we've got it on there. We're paying it. We're gonna pay it because you know how that goes. You don't pay something like that and then it just kind of escalates on you. But I've got a phone call into our representative from there to dispute that. So we'll look on the next bill to see if that $18 credit comes back to us.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you for noticing it.
The last one is on the last page. I think it's voucher 539. It looks like we paid sales tax to Italian Carryout. Just another thing for us to,
It was on the bill, but it wasn't charged.
They know better.
oh, I see.
So whoever
It's
paid,
listed there, but it's
Yeah.
not,
But we didn't pay it.
no, it's
We're not-
126 and it looks like that does include tax. No?
I didn't think so.
Is that not? Looks like it is.
126.65.
126.65. It looks like the total was 117, the tax was 937, the total was 126 for the,
For them.
Mm-hmm.
looks like it does include tax.
The total with tax was.
We'll go back and look at
126
that.
includes the sales tax, it looks like.
Okay.
Okay, okay. We'll go back. We didn't see that and we'll seek out a refund from them.
Thank you.
They know better.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
And they have our
Yes,
stuff.
they do. And for something it was probably for a training seminar or it was,
No, I think it was for the,
One of these
for
things.
the holiday.
okay, okay. So,
Okay. I was thinking of it.
okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It was,
Yep.
yeah, it was for the holiday one.
539. 937 tax. I was thinking of a different bill.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, and this is part of our process, is what we went through all of that
Sure.
stuff with the audit. We'll have our list. We'll go after it and address it at the next board meeting to make sure that all of our bases are covered and we've done all that we can do to get all these things back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
And
good.
we'll put the right documentation into it too.
Ready?
All right. Connors,
Yes.
Dylan,
Yes.
Larkins,
Yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes.
Thank you.
So glad you guys saw that stuff. We want to make it real clean.
Well, I'll move the highway fund abstract 26 vouchers 267 through 270 for $9,585.22.
Second.
I think that one changed.
Oh, yeah, no,
Abstract 26?
Abstract 26, I got.
that's the 9.
26 highway.
I'm looking for it here, guys.
26 highway.
This is 9,636. Where does it go to
270.
270, right?
why do I have 9,600?
Is that what's on the, is that what's on the agenda?
What you just,
Well, no, it's on the agenda, it's
no,
9585.
that they saw.
Mhm.
Laura, did you send a new,
Yes, I did. So
Oh.
Blake, I'd sent that because I saw something on one of the vouchers that.
Was it 267?
Yes, voucher 267.
This is it. So we're subtracting $21.44
Oh, my.
off of this bill.
Why was that?
Okay.
Actually, it was adding it to it, I believe, Leslie, because what I found is that we hadn't paid enough.
Oh, 185.60. Okay, all right. Now that makes sense. Okay. So you changed it to 185.60. That's it.
Yes,
So the total is
That,
9.
that adds 185.60. So you're adding 21.44. Okay.
Did that, so Mariah, you raised the question whether the
No,
amount
it's-
that's on the agenda is
It's
correct.
9.6.
I don't believe it's correct.
166.
It's probably my fault. I probably did not link the right one. I got the two mixed up.
There
It was
was-
clearly
yeah.
labeled.
When they changed it to last minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna amend that.
That's already for many of them.
Abstract 26, vouchers 267 through 270, or $9,636.66. That goes with that question I had on the first voucher. Okay.
96 what?
$9,636.66.
Okay,
Perfect.
I'll second that, as nobody else did.
Okay.
I need questions about it?
No.
Ready?
Ready? Connors?
Yes.
Dylan?
Yes.
Larkins?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yeah.
Gagnon?
Yes.
Thank
Get a
you.
little more perky. will you? I move abstract 26, water district, vouchers 96 through 97 for $198.76.
Second.
Change.
Right, I did notice one of them goes to you. I was wondering if you are allowed to vote on a thing that approves a payment to yourself, or if you should just abstain.
I'll
I don't know what the.
Also, it's great because I don't get the tax back.
Right,
That's the one.
I did
that-
notice that receipt
I know.
has tax, but you're not.
That's the one
yeah.
that the taxes
Not my-
were on the bill but weren't paid.
Connors?
Yes.
Dylan?
Yes.
Larkins?
Abstain.
Bruce?
Yes.
Gagnon?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. On to abstract 2.
Moving to the new year.
Year. For the general fund vouchers 11 through 23 for $79,358.67.
Second.
Sorry, I have a question about this one too.
Sure. Okay.
This is my last
Oh.
question that I wrote down, but the new wave energy bill includes a line that says state and local sales tax.
Yeah.
Should it not be there? Is
The
it-
utilities is a different issue.
Oh, yeah, because they
Yeah.
won't provide the exception or whatever, they won't have exemption,
That's not, there's another one that's got, like the phone bills and stuff.
they won't,
The taxes are just on me.
they're just on there, we can't get an exemption.
right.
And it's just with utilities, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Connors?
Yes.
Dylan?
Yes.
Larkins?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yes.
Gagnon?
Yes.
Thank you.
Highway abstract 2, vouchers 1 through 2 for $18,458.25.
Second.
Any discussion? Comments?
Nope.
Connor?
Enough discussion, yes.
Dylan?
Yes.
Larkins?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yeah,
Gagnon?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
you're welcome.
Water, the West Danby Water District abstract 2, vouchers 1 through 2 for $1,228.72.
220?
Wait,
288.
Wait.
Yeah.
288,
What'd I say?
28.
28.
Oh, that's weird. I have here $288.72.
Right, that's not what you said, but.
I'm gonna listen to the recording.
We all heard it.
I'll second.
Aliens.
All right. Connors?
Yes.
Dylan?
Yes.
Larkin?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yes.
Banyan?
Yes,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
Greg can help explain this one because it's the grant. And Karthik here too. Yeah.
Karthik. Yeah, that's how you say your name.
Zach.
Hi. This is for the crowd that,
Thank you.
yes.
I haven't heard it mispronounced in a while. I'm grateful to everyone for all your efforts to
Yeah.
get that case.
Right.
And when it doesn't happen, it's okay too. So I think the board got a short memo that Greg asked if I submit, just saying that I am looking to apply for a grant to cap the community arts partnership here in town. They fund up to $5,000 to organizations supporting local arts, and the GAP program in particular, the Grants and Arts Partnership, I believe, would fund. I'm applying for it for our summer music series. As a for-profit business, I being Danby Food and Drink, for everything I've just said, Danby Food and Drink is looking to apply, and as such, we need a fiscal sponsor, either a nonprofit or a municipality. So the obvious choices are the new fledgling Friends of Danby nonprofit that I'm assuming people have heard of, or otherwise I'm happy to share more, and the town board. And so it seems to me that town board would be a great partner in this. And the ask of the board, just to be clear, is minimal to almost zero, basically serving as a fiscal sponsor. And it's outlined in the sponsorship attachment that I believe Greg sent. At the most basic, just approving our project. And I believe there's a W-2 that needs to be filed and like one or two other little things. There can be a small admin fee associated with that if need be. Questions, comments, concerns, raised?
I mean, what's the responsibility for the sponsoring entity? I mean, we would get the $5,000 and then parse it out.
So that, yeah, that was one possibility. I was looking at what it says for that. I think it actually says that it could come to me directly based on the store directly, based on how
Gotcha, I didn't read that.
sorry, yeah, down here.
You can read the second page, right?
What's that?
Leslie hadn't read the second page.
Yeah, I didn't, yeah.
Are you gonna be paying individual, like artists, right? You're paying artists, yes. So I spoke with Robin Schwartz, she's the program and grant director.
Right.
And she was very responsive and she'd be available to help the town out with kind of just the management of this. But basically she says, in a nutshell, if there is an award, we have it sent to you, meaning the town. The official applicant must be a not-for-profit or municipality. Then you can turn the check over. You can take an administration fee if desired, 1 to 5%. If you are writing a check to an individual, there would be tax requirements, so like a W-9, and it's outlined in some of these.
Yeah.
So that's where potentially Laura might get involved too, to help out with this, just how the money is getting transferred, you know, paying people and making sure W-9 is filled out correctly. But it seems pretty minimal work on our end, and I think Robin would be there to help us out if need be. Laura, did you get a chance to look at that little cut sheet for the sponsor organization?
No, I did not. I did read, some of what you had put on there, but did I really get a chance to analyze it? But it looked to me, from what I did see, that it doesn't look like it's a real lot of work.
Right.
As it looks like this is, a doable thing for us. And
Only one W-9,
I
right? You're
would
not
be
talking
happy,
doing it
I
for
would
each.
be happy to do whatever is needed to make this happen.
Thank you. And to be clear, any reporting requirements fall directly on Danby Food and Drink and not on the town.
Mhm.
Yes.
Clear.
As far as what the money was spent on.
Yeah,
I mean,
after,
that's what I'm wondering. I mean, it says used for support, marketing, promotion, organizing, scheduling, and paying artists.
so those are the tasks that I am seeking funding to
Yeah.
support. just to put on the series. And afterwards, at the end of the program, there's always for any grant a reporting requirement. Back to the organization, the funding, the granting organization, and that would fall squarely on the store
Right.
shoulders, and nothing to do with the town at that level. And you're not held responsible, it says here.
I'm just wondering, like, if you were to get the $5,000 minus the maximum amount, we could, no. 1%, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, and your report comes back at the end that all of it was spent on promotion. Is that gonna happen? I mean, or is it, I mean, do you have an idea of a percentage?
I've started working out a budget for it,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm happy to talk more about that if you like. So I'm actually hoping to get help with promotion this summer because last year I did it all and it was, I couldn't do all of it. And I would love to have somebody take that on.
Somebody, yeah.
Yeah. And
Does Robin or somebody else review the budget and?
oh, yeah, there's a what do they call it, a grant review committee.
Mhm.
That goes over all the applications they get and they rank them all, just like any grant process would go through. And then, you know, the highest scoring grants are awarded.
Mhm.
Some to the maximum amount requested, some less than that.
Mhm. Depending on how many applications there are, because it's a
Exactly.
limited pot of money to go
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that based on what I've read, and I watched a video about it and read over their materials. I think the store has a pretty compelling application.
Mhm.
And especially, you know, one of the focuses of CAP and other similar organizations is funding quote unquote underserved communities.
Yeah, right.
And I think Danby has sometimes been considered low and, you know, not having as much public art as obviously downtown and other places.
The CAP has a they specifically have a decentralization grant. That's what funds some of our concerts.
Which one, I'm sorry?
The CAP has, isn't that, they have a decentralization grant, which with Danby Community Park is used for concerts.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. I haven't heard it called decentralization grant, but I know the community park has in the past received this same funds.
Mhm.
Do you think you might have techno DJs? The children crave techno DJs.
I am actually talking, and I should include this. Thank you for that prompt. I'm talking with a couple of DJs about having dance parties there.
Good, crucial.
Techno hadn't explicitly made its way
Get it in there.
into the language, but
Report is contingent on technology.
It's not a request, it's just a question.
We'll have a shuttle going back and forth between this and the skate park all night long. Cool.
You just killed the chance.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Cool.
So I mean, as far as the budget, I've reached out to a couple promoters or one, haven't heard back yet. But my time, which is not insignificant, payments to the artists and a potential admin fee here are the bulk of the costs that I'm seeing.
I got the question, two questions for us. One, we want to be sponsored, and two, do we want to have any kind of a administrative fee part of the?
Was there a 5% administrative?
That's
One-
the top.
one- one to
It's
five.
between 1 and 5.
Yeah, 1 to 5 was just the range that they
Yeah.
put as common numbers.
So
We could plug, well, there should be let's see, the lawyer would say a nexus between, a relationship between what we would put in and what it actually costs us to do it.
just make like 3.14.
Because why not?
And Laura doesn't think it'll take too much time, but you know.
I mean, I'm definitely supportive of approving that. I think I've only heard good things from the town about how much it improves the quality of life to have a
Absolutely.
place you can go and listen to local music here.
Yeah,
As far as the percentage, I think it's a good idea in general to have a percentage. Not that we have to have a policy on it, but if other organizations were to apply, it would be good if we had a similar one for all of them.
Yeah.
And if we were to do this role for multiple things, it would end up being a lot of work for Laura and for Greg. So I think I think you suggested 5, Greg, so I'd be fine with that. If there's another number, I don't think it has to be that.
Doesn't have
I think it should be
to-
not 0 though.
It can just be a total.
Oh, a flat fee.
$250.
Yeah. I think it'd be good to establish something, but as long as it's not zero.
Yeah, it should it should reflect the amount of work that to do it.
Which is a little hard to predict, but.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not nothing.
I would,
But Robin should have an idea, wouldn't she?
I think that's what they suggest in here. Usually the
Yeah.
number is 1 to 5%.
Yeah,
I,
250 is 5%.
I would suggest, as Mark suggested, for doing this for potentially other organizations too, having a, some way that doesn't scale it down to the point that, so for example, if we were only to get like $1,000 and you set it at 1%,
Mhm,
right, that means you get $18 for it.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
maybe having a flat fee would be a way to
Yeah.
make sure that the town's costs are covered.
Yeah, just because the administrative portion could be increasingly large as the amount, the award shrinks.
Well, I guess that's my point, is that I don't think the time required of the town would change significantly regardless.
Probably not.
So
Yeah.
indexing it to that
Yeah,
doesn't make as much sense to me personally, but that's obviously your call.
fair
and
enough.
that could be determined if and when it was granted. And then you'd know how much, right? Because it's up to 5,000, right?
The grant is up to, I'm
The grant.
likely gonna apply for the full amount, the full
Okay.
5,000, I think is based on initial numbers.
The question for us is, what do we think it's gonna cost to administer, whether it's 1,000 or 5,000 or 50,000? It's
Right, your.
what's it gonna
time
take?
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So guess, let's guess. What do you think, Greg? Or Laura?
Yeah, or Laura, I mean,
So what's gonna happen is we're acting as the sponsor.
Yeah.
When you get this grant for the $5,000, who's holding the $5,000?
the town.
The town. Okay, so we're gonna be holding the $5,000. So we're gonna be issuing checks to pay.
No, I think we do just one check to Karthik. So it
Yeah,
just,
we
it
could-
passes through our hands, but we're not be doling it out in pieces to the.
Right.
Okay, that was good. That was my.
It's essentially a
It's
pass-through.
gonna come through us. We're gonna do a W-9. It's gonna come through us, and then it's gonna go to you, and you're gonna keep the reporting on what it's spent for, so that you can do the appropriate reporting for the grant.
Yep,
That's about kind of it in a nutshell.
yep.
Yeah. It doesn't look like there's a lot of processes that we have to go through unless,
Right. Right. So how much time do you think it's gonna take you to do that?
Oh, it's gonna take the amount of time it takes to produce a W-9. It's watching for it to come through. It'll probably come through electronically. Once it comes through electronically, we will put it in our books that we received it electronically, and we will cut a check to them. And pretty much that's it, right?
Right, how long will that take you?
Uh, a half hour.
Okay,
I mean, surely preparing the W-9, having that is not a long process, is bringing in the money and cutting a check to your organization. And then from there, you are keeping all the records yourselves. So from just this explanation, it doesn't seem like a real long process for us.
yeah,
Would you say like $100?
yeah, I could say, 75, 100, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
What?
$100.
100? That's what I'm thinking too.
That works for you, Kathy?
That does, thank you.
And if it only takes $50 worth, we can.
Do a kickback, right?
Go to.
You've already You get money drinks from us there.
Oh, God.
Okay. So I move that we be the fiscal sponsor for this community arts partnership grant for Danby Food and Drink. And that we charge $100 for our administration thereof, should it be granted.
I'll second that.
All right,
Further discussion?
all right. Connors,
Yes.
Dylan,
Yes.
Larkins.
Yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
Gagnon,
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you all.
good luck.
Thank you. I'm off to my son's middle school concert.
Oh, yeah.
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 Contingent upon that, right?
Does that mean that we get to then approve of the different music venues?
Thanks, everyone.
No.
Okay, never mind.
So I'm willing to move that we appoint Lauren Salzman to the Danby Youth Commission.
I'll second that.
Can I third it just for fun?
You can, I'll withdraw my second. Go ahead.
Okay, second.
And we would maybe add that we'd love to have her stop in one of our meetings just so she can meet everybody.
Yeah, she said she would be happy to do that another time.
Okay.
She's assisting Danby Youth in other ways tonight
Yeah,
as the volunteer basketball coach.
I think it's great that she's interested and willing.
Yeah.
Ready?
How many folks are on that committee now? Is it 9?
That's,
7.
yeah, but how many do you actually have?
I'm not gonna
I
count.
don't
them
have
all.
my
It's more like,
cheat sheet.
it's more like 5, isn't it?
At
I think
least.
it's about
I
5.
probably have a couple more empty spots.
Yes, there's
You have up
spots. Yep, there's room for more.
Okay, all right,
I believe she is 6 of 7.
okay. You.
Connors,
Yes.
Dylan,
Yes.
Larkins,
Yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
Gagnon.
Yes,
Thank you.
You get pizza.
right. The Lindsay Parsons Biodiversity Preserve is proposed to be expanded by Finger Lakes Land Trust using water quality improvement program money that the DEC would provide. It's about 70 acres, and it kind of fills in the southeast corner of the preserve. Bringing up over 600 acres, I think, altogether.
How many?
We're over 600.
Nice. So where's
so
that?
Right.
yeah, if you see the
Okay.
So it's this corner of the part.
it's basically just north of Walding Lane,
Yeah, Walding Lane is,
across when you get on the other side of the railroad track.
so it's across the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Way back there.
Right.
Nice.
They already bought between the railroad track and the front was off of the Waldings,
Yeah,
a number of years ago. So we could, if we don't do anything, then go ahead and do it. We can also provide a letter of support saying we think this is a great idea. So I think if the board's agreeable, we should actually voice our support as opposed to just letting it happen.
Yep.
I mean, they're getting money to, what's the notion of environmental water quality improvement project.
Yep, same program as funding our sewers.
To implement projects and improve water quality.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but since, I mean, besides maybe the old landfill, which isn't too far away.
Yeah, but that's upstream. So the question is, how does this acquisition protect water, right? And that was a question I had also, and Brittany Stein spoke to it quite well, I thought, in saying that because like I said, Inlet Creek is not used as a public water source by anybody, but Cuba Lake is.
Right,
And
I mean, it ends up there.
yeah, it does. So that's where the impact really is that they're mitigating by acquiring this, is that you're protecting pretty erodible soils from being disturbed and eroded
By what?
by acquiring this property and keeping it from being developed, essentially.
Yeah, from keeping the land from being used in
Yeah.
other ways. that
Have you
would
ever
be
been in
bad.
there?
Hmm?
Have you been in there?
No, it's pretty, well, it's part of the morainal topography of West Danby, so it's pretty, it's kettles and bogs and stuff. It's pretty wet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by and large.
The only reason why, and I don't have a problem with it technically. I mean, I can't see anybody going in there and doing anything. But Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
things are
I also
low
would like,
probability.
I'd like to put in a plug for, there are other places that directly impact the water quality severely
Mhm.
that are not being, you know, I wish they were being
Yeah, yeah.
funded to,
Yeah, why this piece? Well, the why this piece is because the land trust applied for the money
right.
to expand the biodiversity preserve essentially.
Well, maybe this could push us to help sort of focus on some other properties that need some protection and aren't getting any, that have a direct impact on.
Yeah, that we could apply it for,
Or somebody.
yeah.
Um,
No, that's a really good point. Okay, they have, I guess I would say, I was a bit as almost as surprised that they got the WKIP money for this
Yeah.
as I was that we got it for the sewer,
For what?
for the sewers.
Oh,
It's the same place.
Same source, yeah. It's like,
I'm not
wow.
so surprised about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it sounds like nobody objects to
Right.
them using this money for this, so we could
Right.
certainly vote, to support what they're doing and also can work with them on other projects.
Or encourage work on it, yeah.
Encourage it.
so what is that?
Of course, when land is totally trash, they're not interested in it, right? I mean, who would be?
Yeah,
Okay. Go for
this
it.
hasn't been touched in quite a long time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a nice piece and it is, as you point out, kind of a low probability that it would be developed anyway, because it's
Not
not,
if you've.
it doesn't have access very much to much of anything.
Yeah.
But it could be messed up with one of the kind of logging operation that happens in Puritan Hollow. So
That's true.
that's what is precluded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's both the upside and the downside of it, because it means once it's in a preserve,
Right,
you're not going to be harvesting anything, or it's not going to contribute to the economy in any way.
right. Okey doke.
So, do we want to voice support?
I think yes, I do.
That we can
Yeah.
voice support.
Okay, so I move that we support, basically send a little letter of support for the acquisition.
I second. Oh, damn, sorry.
Okay,
No, go for it.
I think it's spoken for.
Whose turn is it?
Yeah,
Go for it.
I second.
right?
Connors?
Yes.
Dylan?
Yes.
Larkin?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
All right. At the last meeting, we created the water and wastewater working group. And we set forth that we're going to solicit interest in the secretary position.
Oh, right.
And it had not dawned on me at the time that this could be seen as that we might not have to create the position, that we could maybe make it part of the duties of our already existent planning support person, Cindy. And Greg brought that to my attention and asked Cindy whether she'd be willing to do it, and she is willing.
Cool.
So in lieu of what we had planned to do, I moved that we appoint Cindy to be the secretary for the water and wastewater working group.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Great idea.
She does good minutes.
All right. Connors?
Yes.
Dylan?
Yes.
Larkin?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yes.
Gagnon?
Yes.
Thank you.
So for any new guys, it's a board responsibility to audit the court, the clerk, and the supervisor annually. It's supposed to be, there should be an audit committee of board members to do that. The court is ready to go. And they told us in December, here's our stuff, you can audit us when you're ready. It's a little soon to do the clerk and the supervisor, because the clerk is pretty darn busy with the tax collection in January.
Yeah.
And as you know from tonight, we haven't yet closed the books on 25 for the supervisor
Right.
either. So, but I think creating a committee at this point would make sense so that the court could be audited at least to get started. And then I was thinking about this and thinking, well, well, first of all, who wants to be on that committee? And how it might be problematic if you want to be, right? Unless we have more than one committee, which we could do. Because you auditing the clerk when
Yeah, no, I'm
current member was the clerk.
Yeah, maybe I'll get on it next year.
Yeah,
That'd be one.
and you,
I'd be willing to.
okay. We can't have three of us.
No.
Two's a committee.
You have to have a public meeting.
Yeah, right. Which, yeah, you could do it that way if you wanted to, but. Is that okay? So I move that we create an audit committee, a board audit committee of Leslie and Mark to conduct these audits for in due course.
Is 2 people enough? Is that what you were expecting?
Yeah, that's what we had last year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
And the court says they're ready?
Yep.
So anytime this month.
Right,
they would-
right.
Okay.
They're ready to
So
go.
just-
I did raise a question because they told us in December, they did the formal transmittal, which they do every year, saying here's, as required by the court system, here's, we're ready. Not quite, because the books really don't close until they get through the end of the year, but they had it pretty well together. I asked Pat Woodworth about it, whether she wanted to be on the committee, because we could, if we'd done it, in December, she could have been on the committee and she did the year before.
Yeah.
But she said, I don't think it's appropriate. I think, they want to wait till the books are closed for the year. So she opted out. So here we are.
And there's a form online.
Yeah, there's a.
Right. The controller's office gives you the template, basically, a checklist of things to go through to
Yeah.
conduct the audit with. Okay,
I think you moved, I can second. I don't think we did that, right?
do we do a second?
Correct, there hasn't been a second yet.
Okay, so Mark just seconded it. We shouldn't be discussing it without seconding it. Oops,
Oops.
yeah.
Should we have a discussion of over?
No. Any further discussion?
Hmm?
Any further discussion?
No.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Connors?
Yes.
Dylan?
Yes.
Larkins?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yes.
Canyon?
Yes.
Thank you.
Big Park. You may recall, we left off that we authorized hiring an engineer to come up with a plan for salvaging the building. That's where we left off. So tell us what happened since then.
That surely is where we left off. We got drawings back and it is not a financially intelligent thing to do to try and salvage the barn.
Mhm.
Even after scaling back to a degree, the amount of materials used in said reconstruction, it makes the most sense to take it down and try and salvage it for other sites.
So, yeah,
Projects.
which is sad, but
It's sad. It's also like, less potential of getting crippled and having it collapse while
Yeah.
salvaging.
And if the town is gonna spend money to like preserve a historic building, it's not gonna be that barn.
It's not that barn.
There's other
Yeah.
buildings.
So that is where,
well, you mean this historic equipment shed is not,
I don't think anyone's gonna come and take pictures. of the
You never know
historic
which one
highway
to
shed.
Hey.
start taking it down.
I mean, it has an interesting character element.
sure,
Yeah, I mean.
it'd be great to
Weathered
salvage.
barn boards, and-
Yeah,
Don't forget to take a picture of it before it gets.
yeah, and video while it's coming down.
How do you propose to take it down?
How I propose to take it down.
Or how ought we to propose to take it down?
How we is removing all the exterior cladding.
Mhm.
And then I, by myself, the best idea I've had is notching the beams. that exist and hooking a skid steer up from a very respectable distance away
Just pulling it
and pulling it down and then taking the roof off and salvaging as many timbers as possible from the top of the structure
Mhm.
and then hauling off what is not salvageable and stacking it in nice piles and using it for other things if we are still allowed to skate park in that area.
Yeah. One of the benefits of proceeding in this manner, that we're not wedded to that particular site for the
Correct.
skate park. Yeah.
And one of the things that I am trying to get around to doing, hopefully in the next month, is going over there with a transit and taking very detailed elevations of most of the bottom of the park and going through and seeing where the gravestones are and talking to a neighbor who I believe has a detailed map of the location of all of them. I know there's some buried in the hedgerow on the, I'm not always great with directions, eastern side
Mhm.
of the property towards the front. I did.
Probably hidden in the midst of all the Japanese knotweed.
Is that knotweed that's along?
It's all
Yeah, I
over the
knew it was in the back. I didn't realize it was in the
It's all
front.
over the place.
So yeah, that, you know, the hope is actually doing, restoration work might not be the correct phrase, but taking better care of that graveyard
Mhm.
because it, you know, it needs a little love. And the nice part about doing this as a community project is, you know, having people that shouldn't necessarily be working with concrete, young children in particular, that you could, you know, harangue and give them some guidelines of moving brush around.
Give them a spade and have them dig up some of the knotweed.
Yeah. It's kind of at a spot right now between all, I'm so bad at talking. There have been multiple meetings, design and talking about fundraising. And I talked to Laura, we talked last year about this, and then we talked a few days ago about the town still potentially putting a small amount of money towards the initial build. Obviously, I'm guessing you would like some sort of reasonable drawings of a plan going forward of the whole space.
Yeah, because, you know, we talked about, well, we need to have some idea what we're going to do with the rest of this property.
Correct.
But it wasn't an issue because it was wedded to a particular location when we were talking about salvaging the building. But once you take that away, it's like, okay, what's the game plan going to be here?
Yeah. And part of it also is getting rid of the building turns into concern of sound mitigation. And a thought I had was potentially, at least for the first few houses, being able to build a wooden fence to cut down on that, but also we're still sinking things down as much as we can within relation to the water table. There is going to be a lot to do with moving water through the property, not having sediment enter the creek. You know, with this initial designing, I want to bring someone out and talk about, like a landscape architect, and talk about what is the most sensible thing about moving water through this property. And thankfully, everything we're building out of concrete does not add sediment.
No, it doesn't, but it does have
impervious coverage.
Right, and if you're talking about a bowl, you can say, well, the bowl's got to drain someplace.
Correct.
So you got to find your way to daylight somewhere.
Absolutely. That is all that is in the plan. It is really just, I have not had the time to find another person to spend a few hours taking some very detailed elevations, which I would love to soon. As soon as I can.
Why did you do it with two people?
It is so much easier to do it with two people. Yeah. So right now, maybe I could work on getting some detailed drawings in the next month or so. But the thing that would help with that is if being able to have the town put forth a small amount of money would allow us to actually build a phase of the park, and I think go forwards and be able to raise more money to do other things, not only skateboarding, biking, scooter, roller skate, roller blade, wiggle stick, whatever, but also trying to get to a point where going after like phase 2, phase 3 grants from the county for projects that are existing, because it would be great to have a playground there. I'm just trying to figure out how does it make sense to configure the layout. And I kind of had a moment today where it's been in the conversation. People ask me all the time, why can't we put this in the park across the way?
Like it would be an obvious question.
It would be a wonderful solution. And I guess I'm sorry that I'm ranting. Okay, cool. I sound like talking. I was going to talk to a man in Piha, but I know that at one point there was land set aside for a community center. There,
Yeah,
in theory.
that's that whole front acreage, basically.
Right.
That arm of the L,
I don't know. This is an insane question, and I've been meaning to call Amanda for multiple days, and she's busy. She did get to keep the Museum of the Earth, though.
Yeah.
They got the grant. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
If there is any way for that to be a donated piece of property to the town.
Which
we were checking into.
The front, like the little tiny between the playground and the park and ride area. Because it would just, I did reach out to so many neighbors over there and had ongoing conversations with the person that actually lives directly behind where the barn is.
There's that side of the creek.
Yeah, there's a couple that I've talked to multiple times that are back 2 down from there. It's, I'm trying not to annoy people. I generally try to keep open communications, but
Are you concerned about the noise and stuff?
Concerned about the noise, and it's skateboarding hasn't always had the best rap.
Yeah.
But kids have also mellowed out over the years, and it's not like the Ithaca skate park, which is great. Like I'm glad it's there, but it's a very different area than we are, and it has like a lot more foot traffic, which but the hope is rambling. I'm starting to have more between people wanting to make donations to it and also different avenues of fundraising through having shows, etc. within the town. I'm talking to the Legion about doing things there to fundraise. I don't know. Can I say something? Please say something.
We have also talked about, because we know that fundraising is an issue, that the town can't take donations for something like that. My understanding. What?
I think the town can.
I thought you told me that the town cannot accept donations for something like that.
I don't think I did.
Very interesting. Well,
I think the town can. I mean, you can have a place for it to go. But you can.
Regardless. Actually, let me change that. Regardless of that reasoning, what?
Let's say again, the town can accept donations. It's just that they can't ask for them.
You can't ask for donations.
Yeah.
So regardless,
we can't solicit.
For multiple reasons, we, Zach and I and a couple other people started a nonprofit called Friends of Danby that will act as a sort of an entity that can apply for some grants. Like there are grants that are available to nonprofits, but not municipalities.
Yes.
And maybe there will be some, and so if we want to do outreach and ask for donations that the government can't do, but another organization can. So we,
what you're saying is absolutely correct. It's why we recently created a Friends of the Coddington Valley Rail Trail.
So hopefully that can also help sort of be an entity that can support the skate park and help move some of those projects forward.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the next step is to try and see if there's any way to open up some.
Let's explore the possibility.
I'll give Amanda a call this week.
Have you considered selling the from the barn wood, the wood from the barn?
I don't know how much of a market it would be.
Well, I mean, for people to have a piece of Danby.
I don't know the legalities of that, so I haven't thought about it because I know we have these desks here. They're such an issue to get rid of.
Well, yeah, we'd have to follow the disposition policy.
I know, this is not on you. I'm not throwing you under the bus. If it was me, I would just like pump them out of here.
Well, it's a
But I'm a man.
It's a
and
bad time
I
of the
make that
year,
decision.
to be putting things out to the road.
Yeah. Where would I sit?
Where will we put pizza?
Well,
Look
people
at that
panic.
beautiful table over there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but
I
anyway,
just think it might be interesting.
Oh, no.
I would be interested in some.
Oh,
of the
absolutely.
barn wood.
I mean, I should probably discuss the legalities
those little relics of the
of that.
Because it might
historic
have to-
structure, right?
Make a
Yeah.
table or something, right?
okay, so you're gonna check out with the park situation.
I'm gonna check out so many things.
Cool.
But it sounds like, until you do,
Mhm.
there's no action item. Or, well, is there, or is there?
Wait, what?
You know, until you check out, say, explore that possibility.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
seems like we ought to sort of hold off on
Yeah,
any spending any money on that.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah,
at this
okay.
point, there is no, like, nothing is happening because it is as it is outside.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna get,
I wouldn't say nothing is happening.
Well, no.
Community engagement is
Mark, you're
happening.
so much
People
better
are
at this.
coming, like,
Yeah.
people are showing up at Danby Food and Drink to
Yeah.
like talk about it and people are excited
Yeah.
in that way. So
The
I
physical
really feel like-
build is not.
Right, so I think other than
It's
looking
moving.
into
Yeah.
another property that, you know, may or may not be better, the only next item would be for Zach and whoever, and I or whoever to come back with, here's what we would want to spend money on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phase one, phase
Yeah.
two, this is a map or sketch or whatever.
Detailed costs,
Right.
thingers,
well, beans.
yeah.
well, you know, if it's, I think, you know, first of all, you have to decide whether, is this a possibility of here at all? If not, then, you know, pivoting to what use would be made of that property, you know, then there's an obvious need now, given that the building is not going to be salvaged, to say, what's a site plan?
Oh, no, that's you. I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely. This is not, like, it is a compact property.
Yeah,
And it really, from the beginning, should have a full site plan.
yeah,
So let's
And-
do.
right. And, you know, some money could be thrown at that, you know, as far as, you know, engaging a landscape architect to work with you
Mhm.
to come up with a plan. you know?
Sure.
Yeah. But that could also happen over here if it ends up being feasible.
The only downside to over here is we would never have swings.
Swing.
Could do a swing.
I don't know, because it's a natural playground. They don't want swings, right?
Oh, there's already a playground.
I know.
Yeah.
There's no swings?
No swings.
They could add swings. no?
Naturals.
I don't think, could you explain to me nothing? Oh, like a vine.
No, my, you know, hemp ropes, that's what, hemlock seats, yes.
Zip line, come on, let's go.
Zip line.
Yes,
That'd be fun.
okay.
All right, so,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
so
thank you.
the next step is Dr. Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, go from there. Moving on.
How's it going? I guess question, if before you leave there, if you don't mind, do you have a second to ask a question on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just checking in too because I'm part of that crew. I know there's a lot of people in the community. My name's Joe Outson. I'm on Bald Hill, but yeah, I have a daycare and an aftercare program. Have a lot of hype going around it as well with regards to potential of a skate park. So yeah, and I guess just you know where that's going. Is that a serious consideration for those of us who are kind of backing it and hoping, or is that? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of things that are going to have to be figured out. But if those were in place, I guess, how does the board feel of that being something again before I continue rallying these people and doing that?
Well, I guess I'm not sure I understand your question because I think the upshot of what we're talking about here is skate park someplace.
Yeah.
You know, very much in support of the idea. It's just a question of where's it going to land. And people have asked, they said, well, how come, you know, it's not going into the, you know, park across the street? And the answer to that question is because they don't want it, if they don't want it. So we need to explore the possibility that they'll be willing to entertain it, because it was supposed to be that property in the front was set aside specifically for a community center. And one could see a skate park as being part of a community center in a sense. And it's not quite what we had in mind, but it's not inconsistent with it, if they're willing to entertain it.
So the intention is to have a skate park
Someplace.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
Great. Well, we'll continue to rally and see where it lands. But yeah, I'll stay tuned and tune in, and I appreciate everyone.
Well, thanks for getting involved.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, the original notion for skate park was back here in the woods, right?
Yeah. Too close to Steve.
Okay.
For
If
real.
you acquired a property next door, you can.
Oh,
It only costs us $58,000.
that's funny.
Update on,
What?
any update?
Yeah, that's the next thing.
Okay.
And Leslie's gonna report.
Okay, oh, she's
Controller-
asking about
I'm
store.
asking about purchasing the property next door.
Oh, an update on that?
Yeah,
There's none. Essentially, we made him an offer, haven't heard anything back.
well,
And there's no compelling reason to, you know, pursue it until he's very interested in responding.
hmm,
The house is gone, that's a good thing.
yeah,
The committee on responding to the controller's audit has met and strategized, and Leslie has a report.
well, did people get the notes? That Blake put up on the agenda? So
We have kind of
these
late.
are my notes from our 1.5 hour meeting. And the plans are to have another meeting. You don't want me to read through these, do you? No. But the plan is to, at the next meeting, try and draft a response. A response or an open,
Or at least
open
have-
communication.
Right, have
with-
points that we want to make when
Right.
we talk to them.
Right.
We're basically doing our homework to say, well,
Right.
you said this, here's why you're wrong.
Right. Well,
So I haven't looked at these until now, but are we also working on, because I think one thing is we needed to update or
Yes,
have a
we've got
new
several-
policy.
We've
on-
got several policies we need to change.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah,
so that's,
credit card being primary.
the one I was gonna say was the health insurance buyback. They weren't
Yeah.
happy with the way we did it and they wanted us to pass something
No,
more
it was
clear.
that, well, it was that we said we had set a limit, a $600 limit, when over the years, that limit increased, but we continued to pay.
But my understanding, actually from Laura, was that the town removed that limit.
It did,
And
but
the
in
and the
July,
auditors still didn't like it. because
Well, we
that wasn't
removed it in
enough.
July.
Oh, so maybe
So
they,
when they
we
were
didn't-
there.
I think I put it in here, that we didn't move very fast on
it wasn't fast enough.
it.
Okay.
Well, they didn't even say that, they just included it in,
Yeah,
For some
they
reason.
basically,
but
I mean, the way they wrote it up implied that, well, you changed it because we came.
Right. Well, which is, yeah, well, they pointed it out, and we didn't catch it.
Yeah, okay.
And so, but that writing up a policy is something we need to do.
Okay, yeah.
Because the other thing in July was not just to get rid of that limit, but to also make it available to
Everybody else.
all employees.
Yeah.
I think if the original 2010 resolution included the town clerk and the supervisor, and they both had limits on them. So
And then the reality is that in between, we sort of broadened it and made it available to others.
Yeah.
We never went back and changed the policy.
Yeah.
Right, well, it wasn't really even it was a
It was a
resolution.
resolution, you know,
So
and
you
so,
need to have a policy
you know,
that describes.
right, exactly. So it's, I mean, you know, I see that as a policy, but it
Yeah.
wasn't labeled policy.
No.
And
It
when we
wasn't.
broadened it, we probably should have
didn't want
called it a
that to-
policy because it was not just specific to a situation with one person
Yeah.
or two people. So we need to, so that's one of the things that
That's
needs to
one of
happen,
the
is we
things
need
in
to work
here.
this up into something that's
Yeah.
called, got a label on top that says, you know,
Yeah,
health insurance policy for you know, everybody.
yeah.
Um,
So that's at the end of the first, where it says two of the recommendations.
and the other one's
Last
the credit
sentence in
card
that
thing.
policy, that
Yeah.
description is that we
And I
need a
had
policy.
at yesterday's splendid gathering, honoring Dan Klein. I had a conversation with Mark Whitmer,
Yeah.
where I was sharing this frustration with the credit card.
Credit card.
You know, because technically, you know, when you make the purchase with a credit card, you're paying for it.
Yeah,
So that's contrary to
you're already.
in violation of the policy that says, you know, that the bills aren't supposed to be paid until the board has a chance to audit them and
Right.
say, okay, you can pay it.
Right,
And evidently Caroline has gotten in the same situation that we've got, where they end up incurring late fees so that the board can review the bills before they get paid, and they get tired of paying late fees. And the auditors faulted us both ways. You say, either if you're not supposed to incur late fees, but you're also not supposed to
Right.
pay them in advance of audit. So, well, it doesn't work. So what Caroline has done is they've, you know, you remember an organizational resolution where the supervisor's authorized to pay, you know, the
Certain
utility
bills, yeah.
bills and I forget what, a couple of other things. Those are in the law as being things that you can do that too. The credit card isn't, but then Caroline, they have added
yeah,
paying the credit card bills
Right.
timely to that list. And I said, well, Mark, how do you do that? I said, well, see, if they complain, we'll deal with it then. So that's one way of potentially dealing with it and saying, okay, we're going to just prepay these timely
see what happens.
and see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we need to change the policy.
Yeah,
There's the other thing about it was, of course, that cap on how many cards we're supposed to have.
right,
Well, and the fact that the policy currently states that the cards are only used by the person to whom they're issued.
right, that needs.
That has never been the case. It's not currently the case. We need to take it out of there so that it's clear that they are shared.
Yeah. I mean, it could be shared within a department.
Yes.
You know.
Right.
Mm,
But anyway, that needs to be worked up and maybe we can
Yeah.
work that up for February sometime.
Yep,
Yeah, when the maintenance guy needs a door frame. You know, I gave him my card. I gave him the
Yeah,
town clerk's
yeah.
card.
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
He
you know,
went
the
out,
water,
I don't know. I'm not gonna go out and buy a door frame.
right. No, this is something that happens all the time, you know.
Right.
In highway, you know, they've got three, but they do, you know, share. Water district, they got one card, three people making purchases, but you know, one
Yeah.
card's enough. They're okay with that.
yeah,
Right.
So we have some things that we are committed to doing in
Yeah.
order to address some of the things that they cited us for. And then we also want to go back to them and say, what about this other stuff here?
Yeah.
You said we didn't do anything. So you and I, Lily, gonna work on the crafting of
yeah,
revisions to.
Thanks for working on it.
Any questions? Okay, codification, people asking. How's it going?
But very good. I don't have access. Maybe if you at some point could just send me the
You should.
link to I'm not the town clerk anymore.
No, but
And
now
Dylan.
board
M.
members.
Dillon, yes, M. Dillon is on there, but I don't have the link to
Oh,
I
okay.
just need the link to the codification part.
I can give you an update at least from the questions. So there were 107 questions given by general code. So as you know, All of Danby's laws are now being codified and put in an online, easily searchable portal called General Code or E-Code.
365, 360.
There's always names for them, yeah. But most towns have it, so Danby's now, when they used its American Rescue Plan Act
Yeah,
money.
it was good use of ARPA money.
purposes, yeah. So they took about a year and a half to go through all the laws, and now they come back with 107 questions. And a lot of them are, hey, your law says this, it kind of conflicts with state law. What do you want to do? Do you want us to have it match state law? Do you have something else? Some of them are very easy, but we've gone through about half of them. So out of 107, we've completed 55 questions, and we, meaning probably mostly you. Or
You had 70 questions. I answered like, what color binder do you want?
okay.
And,
Well,
and there were some dog license questions.
What color binder do you
I believe we went with blue.
like, dark?
so I've gone through all of mine. And that's why I'm kind of hogging sort of the talking right now. It's just that I do have a large chunk of these questions. Some of them I talked to Joel a little bit about this today. Some of them will likely include the town board at some point because
Yeah,
it's a question of, should we clean up this law or maybe
or get rid of it.
maybe just get rid, or maybe not do anything with the law or kind of move forward. Some of them will likely include Guy for his advice on them. And you had mentioned maybe a committee is worthwhile just to go through them. Like I was just looking on some of the taxation law questions, and I'm not going to answer them, but it might be worth, even as like a sit down for somebody and I, should just like go through them. And I've created a document on my end of, I've gone through and mostly accepted all the changes. And what'll happen is just by me accepting a change or anything, it doesn't mean that law now becomes changed because I just said it should be changed. This is all going to get packaged up into a giant local law that'll then become official that the town board then has to adopt. But there are questions about the questions that are being raised, and they either might include the town board to sort of deliberate on them. They might include Guy. So that's the update that I can provide right now.
The code of ethics was one question. And the town passed a law, I don't know, in the
Resolution.
70, no, it was a law in the 70s. And then we said, no, let's do a resolution or a policy. I believe we have a policy. So that law from the 70s
It's still there.
it's still there. I think we should just get rid of it because we have since adopted, I believe it's a policy, a code of ethics policy.
Yeah, by resolution. Yeah.
Yes. So that old law from the 70s is kind of, what do we do with that? So there's
Repeal it and be obviously.
right, but we need to just tell them, okay, no, we don't want that anymore. We've got this policy,
Yeah.
and then they'll, as Greg said, draft up a big law that will make all these changes.
Does the codification include the policies or is it just laws?
No,
It's just law.
it's just laws.
Yeah, so from the perspective of codification, it wouldn't appear anyway, right?
Right.
We just get rid of the law.
Right, well, we have to tell them that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wondered whether or not, because some of these things are saying, well, do we want to keep this law or modify this law? Whether the regulatory review committee might be a mechanism for going over it and saying, okay, this needs to go back to the board because it's a decision here about whether to change something significant.
I thought about that.
It's
probably too many because that committee, there were 3 members on the planning board,
Yeah.
which might help some of the questions I have, but it might just be more strategic to just have
A couple of us.
a couple members of the town board and me sit down, probably maybe Laura too, because some of them have to do with, there's taxation questions, the exemptions, the Cold War veterans, like all the sort of exemptions.
Right.
There were some inconsistencies there with what state law allows exemptions, and the town said another thing, which do you want to keep yours as is, or do you want to match state law? It's just
And we've changed
I'm
it.
not gonna answer that.
And we've
but-
changed them several times, and if we actually make sure you get the most recent version of some of that stuff. But Jay Franklin has the list of what in Danby we have adopted and.
What I'm getting is that probably a lot of these questions are just easy. Oh, yeah, it's that, do that. Like a lot of mine were just very simple. I just said, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But then there's some that are like, well, this might be a broader discussion, actually.
Yeah.
So we have until, it's a loose deadline, but it's February 9th.
Yeah.
So
coming soon.
we have one more town board meeting, before then. You said it's not hard and fast. I mean,
It's a longer deadline,
yeah,
though.
I mean, there are clients, I guess.
Right.
We can say we need more time.
Right.
So I don't know, do you have a proposal of like how we should go about this, or because you've looked at this most?
Yeah, I think having a small group, Leslie, I think, knows a lot of history.
She does. She's a repository of.
But some of the questions.
Dated stuff.
Yeah, I mean, some of the questions are just odd. I mean, and we kind of went through and filtered the ones out that said, well, you have two words, two of the same words next to each other.
It's like a typo, yeah.
Right. So we've gone through, so I think maybe you can look at the questions that haven't been answered and just go through and see if you can get through some of those.
Did they live somewhere?
They're all on here, and I'm happy to kind of orient. I'd be happy to sit
They're all in
down.
there?
They're all in here. We
Yeah.
could do it on Zoom.
We could do
We need to get
you
you in the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can do that too, the training.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking it could be like Leslie and Joel and I, maybe
Mhm.
Laura gets involved too, if there's other things.
That'd be
that,
great.
I don't know if you want to be in the committee. but-
Well, if there's three of us, then.
Oh, yeah, that's problematic, isn't it?
So why don't you and Leslie, and that sounds good, you and Leslie and Joel, because I think Leslie and Joel need to have eyes on it. I've had eyes on it,
Yeah.
I've done all I can do,
Yeah.
but I just don't know anymore.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, maybe we've just find a time to meet the next couple of weeks and kind
Yeah.
of go through them, and there's probably a lot of, most of them are gonna be pretty straightforward. Oh, yeah, it's that, do that.
Mhm.
Okay,
Look at the remaining questions.
yeah.
Yep.
And if they're in a folder somewhere that I'd have access to?
Yeah, yes, you can.
There's a lot of things you could have access to if
Leslie-
you could just get access altogether.
Well, Blake has
Actually,
helped me.
you are a reviewer.
Is it, wait, what's the email? Is it,
It's per personal.
oh, you can get in there, send her the link. Send her the link.
Wow.
See,
Oh.
well, send. both.
I just sent it.
Okay, very good.
I just sent
To
you an
do that
invitation.
thing, but I was gonna do it and then, but like, you were like, can you come down to the town hall sometime after 2? And I didn't get home from work until 4.
I'm gonna send it.
But
This doesn't have anything to do with the town hall. This
I know,
you
but I
should just be able
still,
to.
Blake's gonna help me get email.
I just sent you another invitation. I sent you an invitation,
All right.
and Mariah, I'm just gonna send you one again.
Sure.
Just
That'd be
why
great.
not?
I'm Dylan, right?
You're a moderator, so you have higher powers than the rest of us. So,
All right.
let's maybe find a time where we can
Okay.
meet either here or just online on a little Zoom session and go over things. Good. And Blake, you could join that too if you want.
So maybe we should consult before too long about, what the timeline is, or otherwise it might not happen at all. That's
Why don't we, I propose if we could meet the week before the next town board meeting, because then maybe we can.
yeah, because next
might
week
just
is,
knock out the
next
whole
week is
bunch.
like, forget about it, 'cause-
Yeah, next week, I know a bunch of you are out. I'm actually taking off next week too. So maybe the week after
The week
that,
after, okay.
we could just find a time
Mhm.
and knock off a chunk of these.
So that's the last week of the month, right?
Yeah.
Did we get are we done with that topic?
I think
Did we
so.
get the Association of Towns resolutions?
No, that's a good point.
Do you know something like that came?
I haven't seen anything in the mail.
I saw them in the communication from, they didn't send it to us. I mean, I didn't see, it,
In paper.
it's usually in a package,
Right.
but they were linked. I thought I sent that to you. They
Can
were,
you send
they
it
were
again?
linked to the agenda for
'Cause we have to
the
do that next
for the
week.
annual meeting that they sent us information about. Say,
Okay.
here's what's coming up at the annual meeting. And then one of the things that was in there was a link to, here's the resolutions they're gonna be considering.
Okay, so I should be able to,
Yeah,
well, if I can't.
but
find-
they usually and typically send us the list of here's the things
Right.
that are gonna be on the agenda to look at it. You know. you
So
didn't
maybe
say-
they've gone no paper or some.
Well,
I didn't
maybe.
tell anybody. Okay,
But yeah, but it's the timeliness issue. We need to get to that.
yeah. Before the next meeting.
Yeah, because that's the
Okay.
only one, right?
I'll see if I can find it.
So that will be on the agenda for next time.
That'll what?
That should be on the agenda for next time.
It'll be on the agenda for next meeting.
That's what I meant, yes. All right. Crosswalk update.
Oh, yes.
Where we left off, I think, right, we had, the board had authorized hiring.
TG Miller,
Yeah,
Yes.
and they wanted to do a
They did a
survey
survey.
as a sort of, starting place for discussion.
they have the crosswalk is ready to be sent to the state.
So
And
they went ahead with that part.
yes, and the front of town hall, they are looking for some input.
Yeah, I
So
would
they want to
think.
meet with the facilities. So I think we should have a meeting. We'll have an open meeting, we'll put it on the calendar and look at the options and have them attend as well. Dave O'Shea is our man over there.
Is that right? No.
Different name than the person we talked to, right?
Don.
Yes, it was Danby.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that.
I think they were hiring. I think maybe, I don't know.
Whatever.
I think, yeah, I'm not sure about everybody's title, but.
But we ended up with somebody other than Dandy, right?
Right, it's like, when any vendor you work with.
Yeah.
There's a front person.
Yeah. it's the new
Yeah.
blood.
He was so excited about working with us, though. Yeah.
Donnie's great, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, well, there's no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me to
Yeah, yeah.
Things. Oh, if you'd like to take.
Can you just scroll down to the picture? I think that'll work best.
So I did have one question, why they wanted to take out.
Going down.
You seen?
Yeah, that's good.
This
Why
one?
they wanted to take out the asphalt
Yeah.
sidewalk, I'm not sure. Probably to make it wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, I was wondering, it doesn't seem, because it's on the other side of the street, it's hard to imagine it's all that steep now.
Well, maybe it's just crumbling. I don't know. I guess I can walk over there.
Yeah, yeah. So interestingly, what they're proposing here is not, and I guess it's because of where it is. It's not perpendicular to 96B.
Oh,
see that.
okay, place, like situated where.
I believe town hall is down.
We're lower left,
So
this
I
is-
believe
so
this
this-
is
this
the
is
park
the-
over here.
right, that's the
Oh, that's the bus shelter.
bus shelters
This
over
is the
there.
bus shelter.
Sorry.
And he said it was over by the mail, these are the mailboxes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
And-
then they're gonna
for some reason, I think the mailbox is in the way
The monument
go
is,
way down,
down, down with Mariah's hands down there.
yeah.
So the reason it's up there is because the entry to the parking lot is, if you went straight across, you wouldn't be out, you would be in the entryway instead of.
Right, this is the
Next to
driveway
it.
to the town.
Yeah. So that.
so it's going into the trees?
No, it's going in.
Where's the driveway to the town hall?
Right, right.
Coming right in here.
Okay,
Oh, here we got a stone monument. Right.
I don't remember that stone monument being there.
oh, there's a small rock one
Yeah.
that has, something about the founding of Danby.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
which is a plaque. It's not.
You'll trip.
I mean, aren't the mailboxes right next to the driveway?
Yes.
Yes, so the
Yeah.
driveway comes in here
Huh.
and we're parking over here. So here's
Like, that-
96B.
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Going in.
Well, I mean, if you look at the big picture, which I guess farther down you kind of can, you can see that the entryway to the town hall here is it's kind of offset.
Yeah, I would have said it was offset in the other angle.
Right.
I mean,
This,
One of the other sheets has a bigger, sort of a bigger view.
Mariah, can you share this with us by email?
it's in the.
It's in the.
I sent it in the folder. Yeah.
As well as it's linked on the agenda.
This thing coming? I didn't even see this item on the agenda.
It was on the second.
Well, it wasn't
Wait,
on
no,
the agenda,
sorry,
but it wasn't
on the
folder.
agenda.
We added it to the agenda tonight
It's
when we
in
got
the
together.
folder.
Oh,
It wasn't on the
it was
agenda.
added while you weren't looking.
But this came into the folder, sometime in that last day or so.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't
Okay,
see
listen.
one that has a bigger
You see it?
picture on it.
There's one.
No, that's not good.
There's only like 3 sheets that are the plan, and then the others are
This is what.
DOT specs.
It's offset a little bit to the right.
Is this the right folder? Am I looking in the right spot? I just refreshed it, so this should be everything that's in here. This is the folder you're talking about, right?
Yeah. But that's not everything that's in here.
Yeah, it's not in the meeting folder.
It's not.
Not,
No.
I just refreshed it. and I'm
Like-
definitely looking at
It
the
was for me.
up-to-date
it
folder.
was.
Where I just pulled it from just.
Well, Marcus saying it's not there now. Where'd it go?
Is it,
That's interesting. It was there before.
so Dodson Park is across the street.
Yeah. Wow, I mean, I always think when I'm coming down the road, I'm turning right into the parking lot, right after the mailboxes.
Yes.
So
Right.
this
Right.
has
So here's
the,
your car.
that,
Am I looking-
Here's your car, coming
Yeah.
down the road. Here's the mailbox.
right,
Refresh your screen.
Right into the
Where?
park.
oh, I don't, it's not that far away from the mailboxes. I
No,
don't,
it's
so it's.
Oh, that
between
could
the
be.
Driveway and the mailboxes?
Yes.
But, I mean,
It might not be publicly accessible. Well, it's not linked. But these guys should have access to
Yeah,
that.
no.
They do with the
folder.
I guess we shouldn't worry about it. I mean, it
No, anyway, yes.
What?
doesn't make sense to me.
It's right there.
Oh, to look at, it? I just want to see the file.
You know, everybody could take a look at it before the next meeting, just, you
Right.
know, go out there in the daytime. I'm not,
I'll be happy to
my
walk
night
over
vision
to-
isn't great.
Well, it's weird that they wouldn't include
Manage it.
features that are already there, like the driveway.
Oh, it's there. Well, I mean, this is focused specifically on where the crosswalk.
I think.
I know,
think this is this line right here.
That's
is
the curve.
drive- this
Yeah,
is the curve.
That's the end of the
That's the
drive.
curve of the driveway.
That's right.
It's marked by asphalt drive there. Those little curvature lines are grading.
Asphalt drive.
Let's
yeah.
go, they're,
Even
this
it's not really
side of
asphalt.
mailboxes is a hill. So they're gonna have to flatten that out.
No, you just walk over to the mailboxes. It's pretty flat. I mean, it.
Behind the mailboxes is flat?
Right here.
They're shifting it over because when we first talked about it,
Yeah,
you would have had to bring the, I don't do.
you raise it.
You would have to bring the grade up to
Right.
bring it into ADA
Right.
accessible, but now they're just dumping you here and then you.
Yeah,
down the driveway.
exactly. Yeah.
So this, I'm trying to figure out because there's curbs and all this stuff over there currently. So is this going? I wish they just did an overlay.
Center of the.
Well, yeah, what's over what's currently there.
That would have.
No, it's there.
Yeah.
It's this one.
Oh, well.
Weird, thank you.
Okay.
I feel like you should have more.
Hmm.
So they're gonna make a bridge here.
No, it's a ramp, basically.
No, it's just the rib top of concrete.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
ADA compliance.
But is asphalt one side concrete and the other concrete both? I forget.
Mhm. Truncated dome.
Yes, cast iron.
What did you say that?
Cast iron
They're
plate.
called truncated domes.
Oh, yeah.
The bumpy thing.
The bumpy.
That's what they call them, truncated dome.
Truncated domes.
In case it's
New
raining.
Band-Aid. It is my new Batman, thank you.
You needed
My technology there.
a place for the basket of bricks.
All right.
Right.
So anyway, we've got that to look at, and probably the committee ought to get together.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will convene the committee with David O'Shea.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who's all on that committee?
It's like.
It's like the four of us.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And David O'Shea.
Cool.
Well, for this project anyway.
Yeah,
I can't wait to meet David O'Shea.
right. One more thing on the agenda, the meeting dates.
Did anyone else get Irene's email like
Yeah, I
an
think
hour
so.
ago?
Oh, she sent one after.
She sent one to our private email accounts with her meeting availability as follows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And how does it look?
Like a bunch of numbers.
What's she saying?
Any second or fourth Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday?
Yes, the second or fourth,
Right.
or the first or third Wednesday or Thursday. I'll have to leave Thursday by 6:40 to get to Caroline's meeting that begins at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And Blake, you said Wednesdays and Thursdays are out for you in general.
Yeah, okay. So
Wednesday,
that,
they're also out for me.
Okay.
Wednesdays are out? Yeah.
I've got a standing Wednesday.
Wednesdays and Thursdays are out. Well, if Wednesdays and Thursdays are out, we're kind of stuck with where we are, aren't we?
I'm pretty sure we're stuck with
Yes.
where we are.
I think we're stuck with where we are.
That sounds great.
Well, it either means she can't attend the meetings.
She
can
could
still
give us a
send
written
reports.
report.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
that
she
written
can send
report she
reports.
sent, I thought was lovely.
yeah, I love a written report.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And we could all read her report and like
Yeah.
put it in the minutes.
I'd be happy to, yeah.
So, I mean, the upshot is that, nothing else works, so.
Or we go back, I mean, we could go back to Mondays.
But that,
But she can't.
No, she can make Mondays. We changed away from Monday because there are often holidays.
right, but the
Well, she can only do the second
Second
and
and fourth.
fourth.
Oh, she can't do the third Monday? Because
No,
the
she
third
couldn't do the
Monday,
first and third Monday,
Yeah.
which is what we used to
Right.
have.
so second and fourth Monday should be good. I mean, we could obviously do something like the third Thursday or the first Thursday and the,
I really want us to pick one day of the week.
Yeah.
I feel like
No, I
we're
do
gonna
too.
end up, it's gonna
I
be
do
really
too.
confusing.
Yeah.
I'm
for
just
people.
thinking, I mean, we're,
For-
that
we're,
was what we're trying to accomplish. It was,
yeah. I
First
mean,
Thursday after the second Wednesday.
yeah,
that's what we used to do.
yes,
I mean, you just have to write it on your calendar 6 months in advance.
yeah,
it was 2 minutes.
So, I mean, it's,
yes.
I think we're
but
close.
we're saying that,
Well, so I'll basically say that, since Wednesdays and Thursdays doesn't work, we're stuck with where we are.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And we would really enjoy her written
Yes.
reports.
Yeah. We'll see you at parties.
it's just too bad.
Yeah, it is too
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, it means we couldn't like ask her questions, which I mean, I'm trying to think of how often that happened with Dan Klein. Like, was that often? Was there back and forth?
I mean, I
Because we would
wonder.
lose
I
out.
mean, if he couldn't come, he usually sent a
Right,
thing.
Right.
yeah.
I guess I'm saying.
And he
would-
was
would we
pretty,
be
I
losing
mean.
something?
Well, my impression
Zoom.
from the brief time that Irene was here is that her reports would have to be more elaborate than Dan's,
Yeah.
which might elicit
The
some
only questions
questions.
I remember for Dan were internet related.
Yeah,
I love asking questions about that.
Right.
How's it work?
it just is a different relationship.
Yeah.
We're just saying, we're meeting when you can't be here.
Not- not-
It's not personal. It's not you, it's us.
Okay.
So we're leaving it? Sounds like.
We'll just leave it the way it is, which now we're doing what?
The
2 for Tuesday.
first and third
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
First and third
Okay.
Tuesdays.
So let's leave it at that
Mhm.
Mhm.
until some other solution comes up.
Items for the agenda?
We have a distraction from the audience.
Well, during the first and third Tuesday, she's in the county legislature meetings. So she can
Right.
Zoom in
So she
during
can't,
another meeting.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
all right.
We'll revisit it at some point.
Yeah.
Right now, it looks like we're staying with first and third,
Right.
Tuesday.
We're all out of time.
And we're done already.
Where I think, I
Pretty
had,
much done.
are we ending the meeting?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so the meeting is adjourned because we ran out of time.
I forgot during announcements, these publications that we get, I just wanted to point out that this is me.
The back of your head, I know.
We should
that
reopen
back of
the
your head.
meeting for that.
It's really important. I'm sorry.
The only reason why, I mean, you look through things, but it was funny because the only reason why I didn't cut my eyes, because Mariah had asked me how I got my hair like that. So I was like, that's me, and I'm voting.
Let's